racks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Memphis Egyptians. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll run it here. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On first down, Parks. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Parks going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Parks. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Memphis with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball net.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Quarterback throws the fade, and that's one where really the receiver just has to make a play, right?
Brandon, all you're asking your quarterback to do is put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. Let your guy get it and no one else. That makes it a very, very difficult play to defend.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are.
I swear I'm not trying to run into this fucking goddamn D-line.
He's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff looking right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know.
Come on, that little team, but
he wants to get into the
offensive backfield.
He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on
I'm just a little dude just trying to look cool.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll drop the throw.
This motherfucker keep dropping the goddamn ball. You fucking goddamn piece of shit.
You can draft the most athletic guys.
Man, this motherfucker, man. God damn.
Sometimes it's all for naught. In this case,
the fuck are you dropping the goddamn ball? You in midair. You tell me you can't.
Had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun.
I tell this dude can't jump in the midair, hold on to the ball, and cuff it to the body, and fucking come down with the ball. Fucking nobody said I could have caught that goddamn shit.
Two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah,
damn.
Now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down.
Do shit. This motherfucker keep fucking up goddamn opportunities and shit. Cause weak ass little motherfucker, piece of shit. Probably look like his damn mama. All soft and shit.
Back to throw here. And all will be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as
this dude be wide open. All of a sudden, now all of a sudden.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing
you've never been in that situation where fucking dude would have held on to the fucking ball the first time.
Their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about
all you gotta do is hold on the fucking ball. You ain't gonna tell me this dude couldn't hold on the fucking ball.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down. Parks flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 1:59 to go in the first half. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back with more after this. It's taken to the 26.
slow ass shit. Little piece
Give
of
him
shit.
11 yards that time on the return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off and is
not letting me throw the ball up. Why is it a fucking zip? He either lobbing the ball too high or he fucking zipping the ball.
Back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception.
God damn it, am I not fucking hitting L1?
What's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this play will be
frustrating is the fact I'm hitting L1. This motherfucker ain't putting the ball up. And then when I do,
that's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Hut! Hut!
From the gun, Parks escaping the pressure right.
oh, come on, man. All I'm doing is tap and swat. He wouldn't even fucking swat the ball. The fucker, man.
A gain of 13 and also the 1st down.
Ohio! Ohio!
Operating from the gun, Parks. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Man, you might as well kick the field goal, man.
Ohio! Ohio!
You might as well kick the field goal.
On the run, this is Jackson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
He's going to get it running right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Jackson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down. Parks. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Parks. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Parks. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Parks. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here we go. 1, 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Flex round. Flex round.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Big hold to the 30. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Come on, let's go.
They'll set up a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll go on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down. Parks, flush to his right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Flex round! Flex round!
To throw on third down. Parks. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown! In for the score. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll set up to throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. Back now in Memphis, Tennessee, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Here we go. One, none. One, none.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began,
and it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He may try and run for this. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Parks. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Parks. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Off the play fake. Parks. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 190. 190.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to air one out. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ha-ha. Ha-ha.
From the gun, Parks. He can run for it, and he will. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a handoff looking right. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And what a big-time play there. 45 yards. Operating from the gun. Parks. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. In for the score. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
Up big, and they go for 2, and they get it.
I remember being in high school and seeing an article in the paper where a local columnist had said, why are we fighting over sportsmanship and running up the score? Just run it up on everybody and deal with it. Some people just don't care that way, and obviously this coach feels the exact same way.
So that article is saying the defense should be able to stop them.
That's what they're trying to say. Hey, if you don't want it to happen, stop them. Otherwise, quit whining about it.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right?